That's the connection there to the Twat family.
Magnus Twat worked for the Hudson's Bay Company for 30 years until his death in Saskatchewan in 1801. He helped build the Lower Hudson House. His son William was a signatory of Treaty 6.
And then I'm down here. This is my mother, Therese, or Teresa. And there's my name there, David Paul.
David Bodwerson recently discovered he's related to Magnus. He says no one in his family was consulted.
I'm more perplexed than anything. I thought when they would have done this, they would have perhaps consulted the family or at least the Métis people around that area.
Crotwell Métis local coordinator David Rondeau says the area is the birthplace of Métis people, but they weren't consulted either. He says he shared those concerns with those who nominated the site and the Heritage Branch more than a year ago.
And I thought in lieu of me bringing this to their attention that they would proceed in a manner that's in conjunction with truth and reconciliation. What has gone on now is anything but.
Rondeau has worked on the site for years. On it, he says there are about 30 graves linked to the smallpox epidemic of 1780s. He and others are angry that a nearby newspaper released a map detailing its whereabouts.
Smallpox graves, is it appropriate?
A University of Saskatchewan archaeology professor says that can attract treasure seekers.
And that's all anyone with, even a faint interest in history needs to go out and think, oh, this is a great idea. I can take some of this and put it on my mantle, or maybe, sell it on eBay or whatever. And so
Clark says people can be prosecuted under the Heritage Act, but so far no one has been in Saskatchewan. The president of the Association of Métis, Non and Stairos Indians of Saskatchewan agrees and is angry. Charlene Lavallee worries that the site will face the same fate as Batoche, which fell victim to foraging intruders.
We keep saying nothing about us without us, and this is a prime example of, traditionally how it's been, and I thought we had arrived at a better place with the government.
Lavallee and the chief of nearby Sturgeon Lake First Nation say it's a violation of treaty rights and of Section 11 of UN DRIP, which gives them the right to maintain and protect their archaeological and historic sites. The Ministry of Parks, Culture and Sports says no formal community consultation is required to designate a heritage property. But they say they did issue notices in local newspapers with opportunities for people to formally object. No one objected, so they went ahead with the designation. Pratyush Dayal, CBC News, Saskatoon.